Hello, this is Ronald Bourgeois, and you're watching SkilletSkills.com. What we're going to do is General Ron chicken, and first thing we do is we do a process called velveting, and what it is a Chinese marination of chicken. So you just want to take a little bit of cornstarch. When I say a little bit, we use the pinch method. That's about a pinch there, and a squirt method. And this is not going to be too much. If you notice, it's very little. That's a squirt, and then same thing in soy sauce. We have cornstarch, cooking wine, soy sauce. Every food system seems to have a trinity. With Cajun food, it's celery, bell pepper, and onion. And with Chinese food, it's for sure cornstarch, soy sauce, and cooking wine. So all you do is you mix it up here. It makes kind of like a light paste. I didn't put enough of a squirt of soy sauce in here. It's about, you're going to have a little light brown paste. You just go through it. This gives it a velveting texture. You gotta eat it. And that's it. It doesn't have to really marinate too long. Like that. Put that in there. Okay. Now, from this process, we're going to make the pre-mixed sauce. There's a sauce that is going to get poured over this. And in the sauce, we just have a few, it all ends up being about halfway full in the cup, and you mix the ingredients in equally. That's soy sauce, this will be honey. And then some. This is homemade chicken bone broth. Do not think this recipe will taste the way it does unless you take the time to make your own homemade chicken bone broth. And I've got a video on how to do that. That's what you want to do. And then just go ahead and mix through it. Your sauce has just got 3 ingredients. If you wanted to, you could add sesame oil, but you'll add it onto the meat at a portion of the cooking anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Get that honey dispersed in there. Now, what you have to do at this point is, oops, I'm sorry. Take your chicken and let's get it coated with flour. There's a process of doing this. It makes it pretty easy for you. Take all the chicken and put it on one side, and all your cornstarch, put it on the other side. Be an easy way to do this. Just take your, go through there, lay it down. And just remember, when you go to put them in the oil, you want to work in small batches. Okay, now we have the breaded chicken. Put them in small batches. You can see. You don't have to get a lot of color, just some color. And you want to kind of make sure that it cooks the chicken. But how about this little device here? Okay. Not too difficult. I'll show you how an inexperienced cook can do this as well. Take a little bit of time to let the oil reheat after you make a batch, so it'll be a little quicker, but you got the idea. Just keep putting them all in, every one, move it through. Garrett has never cooked before,
I have not.
I do this to show you guys that, you know, things that seem complicated are really not. You know, you pour some oil into a pot, you coat some chicken with cornstarch, and then you drop it in. It doesn't get any complicated like that, you know. If your name is Barry, it's General Barry's Chicken. If your name is Garrett, my cameraman, it's still General Ron's Chicken because it's my recipe. So you want to heat your wok first. You heat your wok on about a flame like that, medium high. And the woks take a while to heat, so let it get hot. The first step is to take the garlic and the ginger and let it get aromatic. Add your red chilies to this. And you have a process with Chinese food in general, so chicken and broccoli, everything. The meat goes in and gets all seasoned, and then you take the meat out and transfer it to a temporary plate. Then your vegetables go in. And the vegetables are what goes in with the type of cooking sauce that you've made. So essentially meat goes in, then vegetables, cooking sauce, then meat goes back in. So once it starts to heat up, you add a few rings of oil. This is canola oil. Let's go ahead and take the garlic, ginger, you gotta have enough oil for this to spread. It's really all you're doing is spread it around in the wok. Let it get aromatic. Now at this point you could put just a little sesame oil. It's always good to add a little flavor. But the smell of ginger, garlic, and sesame oil is really incredible. Okay, about right there. And then you take all your chicken. Your dried chilies. You're going to need a little bit more oil. Just get this all incorporated in there. Okay, I'm going to put some vegetables in here. Here is in this dish is mushrooms and should be green beans, snow peas, edamame. It could be anything for the green part. Stir it around in here a little bit. And you could add a little sesame oil to this. I had it on off, but you can start it that way. This pan was so hot with the chicken. Now you can get it going again. And then you have your pre-mixed sauce. But you just want to make sure it's not settled. You put it in. I'm going to pour that in. And then just a little water for the vegetables. And then switch it around, and this kind of has a slight reduction technique. You want to just leave the cover off and let this sort of reduce a little bit. That's about right. Then you're going to go ahead and pour back in all your chicken. Thoroughly mixed into the sauce. Asian food thickens quickly. This is something you must remember. Don't pour this in until you give it a hard You must stir it. That's about it. Then all you do, come over to this side. There's your general raw chicken.